All right, so what I'm doing here is certainly not something I should be doing, but I'm double insulating my camelbak hose. You know, this insulation on here is mainly to keep the color uniform, I guess. It doesn't really help against freezing. I mean, it helps a little bit, but not all that much. I ordered a tan or coyote camelbak hose because I'm hooking it up with my other bag, and that's mainly tan and Mirapat. It was the wrong connection. It was the non-mil spec one, and I just didn't want to return it and wait all that time, and I got it for pretty cheap, so I was like, all right, let's give this a shot. However, I replaced this pretty easy. You know, it's a rubberized nozzle right in here, and basically you pull on it, you know, gently so you don't stretch it out too much, but it's basically what it is, and it comes right off. You can replace them pretty easily. I'm sure if you've used a camelbak or any other hydration pack, you've had to replace these before. It's pretty cake. Anyhow, so I took the tan one off the civilian version, I guess you could say, even though anybody can buy the quote-unquote mil spec one. And they're exactly the same. I don't have the other one handy right now, but so what I did was take off the neoprene on here. It takes a long time. First off, it's sealed right here. It's like a little rubberized seal they had on there, so you have to yank it off that. And you can't just yank, you know, pull it all the way down. You got to roll it. Now, if you get the tip, so here you can see right here. Right here, if you get the tip down like that and just roll it one layer, you can get it all the way off. Because when it's the fabric side against the fabric side, it rolls pretty easy. But when you're trying to do that, you always get a little bit of that neoprene side trying to catch. So you got to inchworm it off. The whole thing is just like, where. It took about 10 to 15 minutes. I wasn't timing myself. Anyhow, what I'm in the middle of doing here right now is I'm snaking the tan cover over the black one. So I'm going to have a double insulated hose, and it's going to be tan, what I wanted for my other bag. And it's going to be mil spec. So it's the best of all three worlds. So I'll go ahead and get going with this. It's taken a lot of time because I'm basically doing how I got it off this hose. I'm rolling it, and as long as it's the neoprene's catching, this is the end of it here. The neoprene's catching right here. I can feel it. It's a lot thicker than the other spots. So as I keep pulling it on here, and I only have this far to go of empty hose, and I've been doing this for it takes longer to do this part. It took about 10 minutes so far, and I'm about a little under halfway. I think it'll go a lot easier once I get it all over, you know, this main part here. This is the connector for the mil spec bags. It's very thin, which makes this possible in the first place. You probably can't do a mil spec or another without taking this off. You'd have to get that off somehow, and I tried yanking on that, and it's not going to be easy. So it's like a Chinese finger trap. Anyhow, it's an interesting little project, and I will post something once I get it done.